So in this box in front of me is a knife that I've been pretty excited about. It went live on Smoky Mountain Knife Works website without a picture or anything, and I went ahead and just ordered it, along with two other knives that you'll probably see the next 2 weeks, I would imagine. But this is the one I'm the most excited about, so it's the one I'm doing the video on first. But this is a part of Rough Ryder's 30th anniversary series here. You get this nice like tin, if that's something you care about. 1994 to 2024. It's the same age as me, which is interesting. 30 years old, born in 94, just like me. Um, they try to link themselves to Teddy Roosevelt, which is weird, but is what it is. These knives are, of course, made in China. And in here, you will see the knife that I was excited about, and it is a teardrop frame pocket knife here, teardrop pattern, whatever you want to call it. And it's got these like checkered bone handles on it. It's got a nice Rough Rider shield on it there. Pretty simple and like good looking. The checkered bone looks really good. It really does a good job of looking like checkering on like a rifle or something. Like it really does a good job of that. Um, but yeah, just your like standard teardrop pocket knife here. You open the blade. It does have a half stop. The action on it's really good. Um, Here on the blade, see it says 30th anniversary, and it's like this gold outlined like etch kind of. There you can see the guy on the horse with the rifle and the Rough Rider and the 30th anniversary and the dates. So that's interesting. I probably would have preferred these without that, but they have that, so just pointing it out. Um, but yeah, this knife is a knife that I'm extremely happy with. I may actually order another one of these. I don't know. I'm really happy with how this one is. Like it's put together really well. Um, these are less than $20 because these are just the standard Rough Rider line here. Your main blade is about 2 7/8, something like that. So just under 3 inches with a cutting length of about 2.5 inches. It's got this swedge on the blade here, which looks pretty nice. Of course, it's got the match strike nail nick, which I'm not exactly super in love with, but it has that. Um, yeah, I mean, overall, pretty well made knife, no blade play or anything, which is nice. Action's really good on it. This is just a really nice knife here. Like I said, I may order another one of these. I imagine that once the picture goes up of it on the website, it'll probably start to sell a little bit more because people really do like these teardrop pocket knives. So I may order another one of these at some point. We'll see. It'll kind of depend on how long it lasts and everything. Um, but more about the knife, of course, made in China. Made in China. Right there's the model number RR2628, and this is just their standard 440 razor sharp razor sharp steel. 440 razor sharp steel is what they call it. Right there, you can see brass pins, brass liners, nickel silver bolster and cap. Probably nickel silver shield, which is of course glued in. You're not going to get a pinned shield. Um, for under $20 certainly. Um, but really well made knife. Actually, the pins might not be brass. It's kind of hard to tell in this lighting. I got some new lighting here. I don't know how this is gonna look, but I bought these like cheap LED lights off of Amazon. So hopefully this looks a little bit better than it has, but I don't really know for sure. It's not quite as bright as I thought it would be. So I may be trying something else out at some point. But for now, these are my new lighting setup. But I'll have to play around with it a little bit and see how I feel about it. Um, but yeah, So this is quite the nice little knife, and like I said, these are less than $20, and this one certainly is pretty well made. I will say, even the blade centering is pretty good on it. It's not exactly center, but it's pretty good. But I am very pleased with this knife for the price that it was, and am definitely thinking about ordering another one. What's the closed length on this? Probably about 3.5. Well, about 3 and 3/4 inches closed. So pretty substantial sized pocket knife. Definitely a nice size, and I definitely like the checkered bone. I think overall, Rough Rider has really stepped up their game, which I appreciate because I always look at Rough Rider as kind of the what is typically like your entry level knives for people that don't know if they want to get into traditional pocket knives or slip joints or whatever you want to call them. I just typically call them pocket knives. But for people who want to get into these type of pocket knives, Rough Rider is a fairly affordable way to do that. And for the most part, it seems like they're decently well made. Decently seems like they're made well enough to give people a good idea of like what a pocket knife is all about. And they can kind of make a decision after buying something like this that they want to spend some more money and get like get a Great Eastern cutlery or some sort of English knife or French knife or German knife or even like a case knife or Baron Son knife because these are a lot less than any of those. So it's a good place for people that are unsure to start at. And a knife like this one that I have in front of me here really sets a excellent example of what a traditional pocket knife should be. Of course, these are made in China, and some people will have a problem with that. I don't really care. We live in a world economy in which pretty much everything is made in China. The phone this is being filmed on is made in China. The tripod that the phone's sitting on is made in China. My new lights that I bought, they're made in China. Probably this mat that I'm filming on here is probably made in China. The table it's being filmed on, I don't think is probably made in China because it was my parents' dining room table, and it's been around since I was a very small child, at least, if not before that. So I think the table might have actually been made in America, um, but most things are made in China. It's just the way the world goes now. Um, you know, I like pocket knives that are made in America, and I like to support American companies when I can, and I do. I do buy a lot of American-made knives. I buy a lot of European-made pocket knives and I just so also happen to buy a lot of Chinese made knives, and that's just the way it goes, man. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you don't like Chinese made pocket knives, don't buy it. You don't have to. Nobody's making you. Um, but yeah, I mean, is made in China, so be it. But anyway, this is a really fantastic knife. Let me know how my lighting looks because on my phone right now it looks kind of interesting. I can like change the shade of the lights, which is cool. I'll say like there's a button to change like the shades that they are and everything. It's probably really bugging out my camera, but yeah, I can make it like. But I think like the best color I had was the color that I started at, which is like a cooler. Tripod needs some work. I need to work on getting that more stable. It's very front heavy the way that it is right now. Um, but yeah, so I need to work on the lighting a little bit, but I do like that I can change the shades and I can turn down the brightness and up the brightness. So that's kind of cool. I don't know what the lighting's going to look like on the phone because as you're filming, it kind of shows you a little bit lower resolution uh, the video than what is actually going to be filmed, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, so let me know how the lighting is and everything. I don't know if these are the same shade now. I shouldn't have messed with them. I think that's the same. I don't know. Anyway, trying out my new lights. But yeah, really, really pleased with this pocket knife. This is the teardrop knife. If they don't have a picture of it up by Monday, this is what the knife looks like and everything. I'm definitely considering ordering another one of them, but we'll see what happens. I'm very pleased with it, and that's going to be it for this video on the Rough Rider 30th anniversary teardrop pocket knife. Um, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.